Good morning, boys and girls. I am sitting here at 1 a.m. trying to figure out if I'm going to post this video or not, if I'm going to pull something out in the video or whatever the hell is going on. But I had a wonderful day, by the way. I took care of a lot of paperwork and stuff for something, and I slept most of the day, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I just made my coffee, and I'm watching this video, but I don't think I'm going to finish watching it. I had to listen today while the person above me let that child run like a fucking animal over my head, and she knows it bothers me. But I said to myself, you know what? I'm not even going to complain no more. I'm just going to speak my piece, and I don't give a fuck who don't like it. If you live above somebody and you have access to children and you let them run and jump like that over someone's head, you deserve whatever the hell you're going to get. I am going to wait until 3 o'clock in the morning, and god damn it, I am sick and tired of being the person that sits down and says, I'm not going to say anything, it's okay, we're just going to put a band-aid on it. It's not going to continue to be a band-aid. I don't even care no more. Why I can't care anymore? Because caring doesn't get you anywhere but hurt. Emotionally unwell. I said, wow. And I didn't even know for sure if I was hearing what I was hearing. I leaned back and turned off my TV, and I'm hearing, and guess what? I said, I'm not going to say anything. I just went right here, laid on my bed, got up, did a little few things, freshen up, change clothes, and did all. I said, you know what? People sleep when I'm awake. I only wish I could keep this camera recording. That's all I wish. But I said, okay, we gonna see at about whatever hour in the AM. So the only good thing is it will be documented if the person reports me, because when you report me, then I get to say why you were able to hear me, because I was up when you were sleeping, and I might have been sleeping when you were up. But if you're not respecting me, then I'm not going to respect you. I'm going to mirror you in your disrespect. That's it. That's the only way it can be. It's the only way it's gonna be. I'm sitting here on my bed at Boys and Girls having me some cabbage with some sausage, and I have some hot sauce. So you know this food is good. Oh, my food yesterday was banging. Oh my goodness. Woo. I'm eating. But I was watching this lady's video about her apartment because I'm looking into something, and she has this dog, and this dog has like a collar on, and it makes this like noise, like a bell, or maybe like a keychain or something. But the dog is running all over the apartment, and it is definitely an apartment. But what floor it is on, I haven't been able to listen, but I'm not going to finish watching the video. But the dog is just running all over, and then I'm listening to his paws, and it sounds like they're kind of heavy, but I'm not a dog owner, so I really don't know. But I'm saying to myself, oh my goodness, if I can't listen to that in the video, what would happen if that was above me? I don't know. But you know what? I have to give consideration to the fact that just because noise alerts me doesn't mean it alerts other people. But you should always be mindful of your neighbors and peace and stuff like that. But I said, wow. But because of that, all his collar, it keeps hitting the floor, and then it's as if he's like running and sliding across because the floors are so slippery, and whatever the case may be. But I did comment. I said I can't finish watching the video, but are you above someone? So I just would like to see if she is just for curiosity's sake, if someone would live like that with that thing and let that drag across above somebody. I just like, oh, I don't know. But I have to tell you something in a minute. Let me get another piece of this sausage and cabbage. Mm, 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 mm. Boys and girls, let me tell you. Mm, 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 mm. Last night, I um, I had a cup of clove, I think it is, a clove with hot water, and it was disgusting. But when I finished the video, I ended up finishing the cup of stuff. I said, you know, I just can't. I need to just get into it and see what's gonna happen. But I cannot I cannot put my hand on it. But when first of all, I had energy. It was not like I took an energy drink. It did not crash me when it was over. Um, I stayed up all night, but which is no problem because y'all know I like my nightlife. But I was able to do whatever I was gonna do, watch TV, lay down, turn the lights out, meditate. I did it all with something that I just cannot explain. It was beautiful. So at midnight, I said, "Oh yes, it's Saturday, so I can have my cup of coffee." Now I can have coffee any day of the week that I want. I don't want anyone to say why you can't have coffee any day of the week. I can have coffee any day of the week I want. I am working on structuring what goes in so I can see how it affects my body. So I give myself a cup of coffee to enjoy on Saturday because that is my gift to myself. So when I did my coffee, I did a little bit of research in whether it was on the computer, which I had very little access to the computer today. I just didn't want to do the computer. I had some documents and everything to fill out. I did that, and after that, I was done. But I did find someone who puts clove powder. She grinds it up and she puts it in her coffee. So I didn't grind mine up because I don't have a way to grind a clove of garlic of whatever that is. Anyway, I put it I put it in my coffee, and I notice it's floating around right here. But I wonder, does it shrink at all? No, I don't think I want it any longer, so I just took it out. Whatever that was, I had it in there for a good 20 minutes. That's good enough. Okay. Mm, it's still a little hot. Mm, 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 mm. I don't know. I'm feeling cloves supposed to help with toothache too, so it is what it is. I have a tooth that's shaking that needs to come out, and I'm not going to be able to be on camera when that tooth come out. Just so y'all know, will not be on camera. Absolutely not. So you know what? Sometimes you have to do what's right. I'm gonna put my little thing back in there. I took it out the coffee. I'm gonna drop it back in there. The coffee is hot enough to where it could get some more of whatever's in there. It's in there. Mm. Oh, wow. Mm, 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 mm. I'm having I don't know if it's it can't, I think it's my gum. I'm having a little pain in my mouth. Not pain enough to feel like I need medical attention or nothing like. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning. There would be no place for me to go anywhere. Anyway, so I'm not trying to go into anybody's medical place until it's time for me. Oh, this meal is just amazing. Mm, 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 mm. I have a few things I want to do tonight. I want to go into my cabinet. I have a cabinet on the bottom. I very seldom go in it, so I want to see what's in it and not make any excuses. Just get it out. Just get it out. So if I feel like I can sit on the floor and do that, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to make any excuses. If it's not at the front where I normally just put my hand in and take out, I believe I have a toaster in there. I have not used the toaster in 2025. It is leaving the house. If I have the toaster in there, it's leaving. I don't believe at any point in time I will use my rice cooker. I don't plan on making rice ever again. I don't know for sure, but I've been holding on to my rice cooker. But if I don't think I will make rice, and I have a bag of rice in my freezer, no, not my freezer, in my refrigerator, I probably have maybe a bag or two in my freezer. It still does not matter. I don't do well with rice, so if I decide I'm not going to make rice anymore, I will be getting rid of my rice cooker. I had it so long that it is not worthy of me passing it on to someone else. It's just not going to be one of those things. Nope. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. That piece right there has some pepper. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my goodness. This clove thing, I still feel great. I just wish I was able to. Uh, I had I think I can kind of think of it. Just imagine not having any ailments, then wake up one day you're not feeling well, and then one day you feel well. That's how I feel. hmm That's how I feel. I didn't have any issues today with my hands at all. Not one issue with my feet at all. Not one issue with my knees, my thighs, nothing at all. And some of the videos I have seen, people have targeted where they were able to tell they didn't feel distress in their knees that day. Some people took it in like a paste or whatever on their knees. I didn't have to do any of that. So I honestly believe now that I'm speaking of it and I'm feeling my right thigh burn in one little space, just one little burn there, and now another little space, a little burn right there, like a little fire. Um, Maybe it's wearing off, and that's your signal. But sometimes when we take things to remove some of the pain, we get an amazing shock when it wears off. But that drink that I had last night, I had no sign of it wearing off, which means there was no crash. That is very important when you're taking something. Well, a lot of people don't realize it, but it is very important to notice when it's wearing off. But the pain that I feel in my arm is also not because of that wearing off. It's because of the way I just turned my body on this bed. Is so I have to fix myself a little bit. Fix myself a little bit. I'm going to put on some videos with people showing them doing like spring decor. Today is I'm not sure if it was today or yesterday. I don't know the date. I don't know if today is the 21st or yesterday was the 20th, and then today or the 19th or whatever the case may be. But it is officially springtime now. I hate summer, and the only thing that comes after spring is what? So I hate summer. Hate summer. Gross. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I do love coffee. Mm. Oh my goodness, this is good. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I was reading. It says not to swallow this thing slowly because it can cause harm. Mm. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. Coffee is so good when you reduce the amount that you drink. I believe it is the same way with ice cream. I like ice cream sandwiches, but I buy ice cream sandwiches a few times a year, which means I need 3 to 4 months without ice cream, and then I will bless myself with a portion of ice cream, and then I enjoy it more. So it is just one of those things. So uh, I'm going to tell you, if you find yourself really enjoying something, try to limit it for a while. You may find yourself enjoying it for a little while. Now, there was something that I really wanted to try. I hadn't had it in a number of years, and I was very inquisitive about it. And it was Aldi's version of Oreo cookies. I believe they are Oreos. It's just they're in Aldi's label like they are known to do. They take the brand label and they use their own label to reduce the money to save us shoppers. So that's why I love Aldi. But I had the Oreo cookie, and there is something taken out of Aldi's Oreo that is definitely in Oreo brand of Oreos, because Oreo's brand of Oreos will cause my body so much unsteadiness. But when I had Aldi's version of Oreos, I was able to not only enjoy it, but I felt like it was a treat. But I made sure that I had that one container of package of Oreos had to last me more than 30 days, because I was not going to consume that kind of sugar in a small amount of days. But I only purchased the Oreos once, so I was thankful about that. When I was on a computer, I saw a post about someone having some type of health issue or whatever the case may be, and then someone commented that if you would just understand that if you stop buying cereal, and I was like, oh my goodness. And when I read stuff and I hear stuff like that, not saying that I know the best of what it is in the world, but I have no reason to explain myself. I felt so good when I read that, because I just made a post, a video stating that that was the one thing I took away from my food, that helped me feel a little better, and that was removing cereal. But it is what it is. Today, I actually emptied my granola bowl, and washed the bowl. I saw that the granola cereal had, I think, 10 grams of sugar, and I don't want to enjoy even a handful of granola right now, knowing that I saw that on the box. So it wasn't a full bowl. I had already ate up most of it, so I just got rid of it and I washed the bowl. I said, we're not doing that anymore. I'm not, and I have about 4 boxes left, and it doesn't matter. I will do the best I can not to use granola for energy. If I need energy, I will drop a clove in my coffee, but I will have to figure out how I'm going to drink this clove to keep me fortified with energy, because I will never boil it and drink it. That is gross beyond me. Uh, thank you. I was talking to Mary today, and she mentioned that she saw me drink that, but I told her when I finished the video, a short while later, I finished the bottom. But whatever you saw me drink, the bottom was the worst. Oh, it felt like, I can't even begin to tell you how gross it was, but it was gross. So, but I feel great. So, the woman who told me she eats 2 cloves in the morning, she told me exactly what it does for her. What it does for her, I actually don't want it to do for me. So if it does do that for me, I will stop taking cloves. I don't want that outcome. So I'm hoping that the one that I take inside my coffee will allow me less of a potency to give me what it gives her. But it does. If you put it on your knee and you make a little pat, a little whatever, or you put it on your knee, it does whatever. If you have, I think, diabetes, and you blend it up in the powder and you do something, it does something. So whatever it was that I wanted from it, which I believe it was energy, you drop it in, you boil it, and you make it into a tea. So hopefully that will be the only thing outside of this beautiful feeling that I'm feeling. But I sat down here and I said, okay, now I could be cleaning off my computer desk. It does need some love, I kid you not, but I just don't feel like it. Now, what I did do is bend down and pick up whatever fell off the table on the floor. I did throw that in the garbage. I did wash me a load of washing. I put away my clean clothes, hung up my clean clothes, freshen up, change up. I did all of the necessary things, but clean off that desk, yeah. I feel like I may just like take the big garbage can and just say whoosh, and just drop it in there. What I do want to do is go into the craft room, get like a big listing, and just drop it on the marketplace, and just say meet up at the police department or something like that. But I say when you have the spirit to just tidy up, do your little basics, make sure your hygiene is good, and then you just want to relax and watch a little TV. It's called loving up on yourself and just love on yourself. But I did something else and I got some good news today. Absolutely, blows and skirts. So I did get some good news, but I am so angry, Coral. Ugh. When I say angry, you know what I am angry about? Not really angry. I have to remove that word because I'm not going to let anything anger me. Nothing's going to cause me any anger. If it does, I'm going to find a solution, nip it in the bud, and move the hell on. I don't want anything to fester in my spirit and cause me any ill will. I have learned a very valuable lesson. Fibromyalgia is triggered through stress, sugar, and things like that. So I'm not going to work to cause myself to go up and then allow something to bring me down. I can't I can't choose to do those things if I'm trying to live intentionally to continue to show myself love and wellness. So I can't do that. But I am having a problem with my back, and that is because my back wants me to lay down. But ooh, that feels so good. I don't want to disturb the loved ones. I don't want to disturb the loved ones. And whew, I tell you no lie, boys and girls, I'm having a hot flash right now. But I need my arm under one of my babies right here, maybe both of them. I have distress in my shoulder due to trauma, so I have to have something to hold my arm up. I'm having a hot flash. I just drank some hot coffee, and I realized that I was supposed to shave my head again today, but I didn't shave, so that's all right. Mm. One of the beautiful things about life is when you love yourself enough to say, I don't care. It is really hard to hear, but it is something that we need to learn to practice. I don't care. And if you learn to say, I don't care about the things that you should not care about, then you would learn more compassion and empathy for the things you should care about, like other people's feelings. Like the fact that I'm feeling not like doing what I want to do, but I have to do what I'm going to do to remind people that you are sleeping now. I will be sleeping later. So it's either we're going to learn to live as one or you're going to jump up out of your bed. Lord have mercy. Whew, I swear. Let me tell you something, boys and girls. I kid you not. There's nobody in this world that can make me laugh like I could make myself laugh. Whew. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story about somebody. It has nothing to do with me. I'm making it double clear. It has nothing to do with me, okay? But just say somebody was being disturbed by somebody that knew that somebody was resting. And just say that somebody waited to a point to a just say that somebody waited to a point in time when there was no noise, no nothing, so they knew the dynamics of the party, and then turned around and made a sudden noise that would disturb you in your and make you think that there was some kind of what is going on. But I kid you not. And when I tell you this, please know I'm laughing and I'm trying not to laugh really loud because I am on the 12th floor. The woman that I had a conversation with about this is below me. Is below me. And she said she was sleeping. And all of a sudden, whatever happened, is she just jumped out of her sleep and landed at the door. Was like, what's that? But there could be anything happen. You could be sleeping and you hear something, boom, just and you just you just jump out of your sleep. But it reminds me of the time that I was in here when I first moved in here and the alarm came on. I was so afraid. I just ran out of here, left my house keys, and just flew down the stairs. But the blessing for me was, as a person, I'm not speaking for anyone else, and I still have nothing to explain, so I have to stop that. And the blessing for me was is that I always have on a bra. I always had a bra on. So I was in that moment, and when I think I ran down the stairs that day. I was panicked. I was like, and when I got to the lobby, the only thing I could say to myself was, "Thank you so much that I was dressed." You always have to be dressed, even in the comforts of your home. Now I have to learn to speak properly. For me, in the comforts of my home, I have to be dressed for what if, because what if can come at any moment. I have legit seen people leave their house in handcuffs, where they were wobbling to and fro. So y'all know where I got that from, right? I've seen it. Like today, I saw some man leaving out in handcuffs, and clearly they didn't give him enough chance to pull his clothes on, so some of his waistline was a little uncovered. So it's like when they come to handcuff you, they don't care what state you in. So I'm thankful that when they came to handcuff me a few months ago, they didn't I don't know if they came to handcuff me, or I surely didn't call them to handcuff me, but I left in handcuffs anyway. But you don't know what situation you may be in, so in kindness to yourself, it could be the roof could cave in, a car could bust through miss the curb, if you're ground floor living and all that type of stuff. So I live in preparedness on all fronts. So I was thankful that I had a bra on at that time. So, and it means something to me. So I was thankful for that. So I'm just laughing because I'm trying to ask the powers that be to please change my spirit before a certain time in the morning, because someone is going to be very angry. And I just will be mindful knocking on somebody's door at 3 o'clock in the morning, because you just don't know. For somebody. I am fed up with people trying to be unkind and test the waters. I'm tired. Mm, 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 mm. And what makes it so bad is I really think the person is a very nice person. I've known the person all my life, and I couldn't even believe. Even one time I was in the elevator, it was just us, and I can't believe that we have gotten to the point of where we are. And I honestly don't believe it was absolutely because of me. I believe it was because of that ass whooping that someone got up there that clearly they know I heard. I think it was that. So I'm sorry, but I don't know if it was that, but I don't believe any of it was due to me, because I absolutely did nothing. But there was a situation up there, and that man was going off, and I was at the doorway. I actually had to go to the window and say something to if you do it again, I'm calling 911. Because I'm not going to be that neighbor, but another neighbor on his floor. I heard this man, thump, 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 thump. And then when I called the police, she came to my door and she was like, "I know it was you that called the police. I'm mind your business. I'm going to shoot you in your face." "Yeah, well, we're going to see you shoot me in my face today." You should have, it wasn't such a nice day that day. Because I had to call the police. And when they came, I was like, they said, "Miss, where you going?" I said, "This lady house over here, because she just threatened to shoot me in my face." He said, "You can't do that." I said, "Yes, I can, because you are here to protect and serve," which means protect and serve. But he said, you can't knock on. Yes, I can, because she just threatened me at my door. I called you to witness. That's it. He was saying, but miss, you really can't. Yeah, I can, because you are here to see that I'm not going to raise my hand. I said, but if I have to defend myself, you're gonna be here to witness. That's it. The man must have thought I was crazy, but I was like, bow on the door. But guess what? The lady came out, dismissed me completely, like she didn't come to my door and threaten my life, but she went after the person that was in my home, and I'm like, that's not nice. But I figured out that day that it was completely something else. But whether she knew it was me to call or not, she better be thankful that I am the type of neighbor that I am, because I'm not going to sit back and listen to no woman get beat in distress like that. I will never be that neighbor. Absolutely not. Mm. But boys and girls, this coffee is good. I have to say hello to my new subscriber. Thank you so much for subscribing. I am working on taking some time to rest. I don't know if I want to cook for a few days. I have a number of bowls in my refrigerator. I do have hot sauce to love up on myself. Now, this evening, I wanted to make me some fried chicken, but I put my fried chicken pot in the dishwasher with full intentions to let it run a few loads while I'm running, so that I could start to figure out if I want to continue to make fried chicken. So if I do make fried chicken, I'm gonna have to figure out how to make it in the air fryer. I have I have seen it done. I don't know how to do it. I just don't know. Mm. But I just realized something. It's gonna be two o'clock soon, and somebody's gonna call my phone. Oh, wait a minute. Are you seriously telling me I had the wrong time? Why did I think it was 1 o'clock? It is 12:34 in the morning. I saw the clock. I thought it was 1 a.m. It was 12 a.m. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. See, that gives me a whole nother little bit more time to become the person that I want to be. My hands feel so good. So good. I like yesterday I woke up, and this was because it's by the window and it's cold, so it turned into a white solid. But my hands feel so good. Oh, ooh, my hands feel so good. Mm-hmm. But when I say my hands feel good at this moment, I'm talking about inside. Inside my hands. But last night I found myself, although I was up for the most of the night, I did turn off the TV and turn off the light so I can get my head right, lay down, and think about things. And I kept getting this cramp in my foot, and I don't know if it's because of the position I was laying in, because I turned around and laid on my stomach. I have found this great feeling for at some point in my life I was not able to lay on my stomach. The pain was so bad that I had to be on my back, on my side, or whatever case may be. But now I have gotten to the point where I can sleep on my stomach, and I enjoy sleeping on my stomach, even if I'm not sleeping and I'm just laying down and I'm just reminding myself to count my blessings and going over the things that I want to just continue to do. So I notice the comfort of laying on your stomach. It is beautiful. But I went to sleep a couple nights ago, and when I woke up, I wasn't fully awake, but I could hear myself reminding myself, but I heard myself with my words. It wasn't as if I was dreaming. I was between sleep and being awake, but I heard myself slowly telling myself that I had to remind myself to love myself, to treat myself well, to know that no one was coming to save me. And all I kept hearing was my voice telling myself that while I was sleeping. And I said to myself, when I realized what I was listening to, I said, this is amazing, because I don't recall it ever happening before. Now, I was speaking to someone and I told her that during the day when I'm in here, especially the fact that I'm here alone, there are there are times that, say if I'm just using this as an example, just say as if I felt like having a candy bar, and I might have had a candy bar 3 months ago. So then today I want a candy bar. Then I'll say to myself, Shay, now is that beneficial to you? And I know freaking well a candy bar is not beneficial to me because the amount of sugar is in it and other toxins that's in it. So then I immediately remind myself that it's not. And then I will start doing something with my hands that will distract my mind. And I am so thankful that I have adapted that, because that has helped me. A few days ago, I actually picked up a pack of potato chips and I took it and dumped it into this bin that I have. So that one bag of potato chips ended up lasting me a few days. Now, if I buy the entire bag and I eat the entire bag, I still consume the entire bag. But if I buy the bag and I put it into a container and I'm eating some today and I nibble on some another day and I nibble on some another day, I'm not gouging out on it. I'm not treating myself with unkind hands by eating the entire bag because I have access to the entire bag. So I picked up these two bins from the Dollar Tree a while ago. If I order a pack of cookies, which is very rare that I order a pack of cookies, but there will be a time that I will. I cannot go forever without having some type of normal life. It's just not going to happen. And I will dump the entire box of cookies, pack of cookies, in this container. But I need to have cookies in that container past 30 days. It is a definite requirement, or I will not bring cookies back in my home. And then when that bin of cookies is finished, I can't buy cookies for another 2 to 3 months, especially if it was a pack of oatmeal cookies that I really like. And then if I do have a cookie, I have to open up the container, take a cookie out, and then I have to bite the cookie and put it down and then walk around and do something else. I don't want to put the cookies on my bed, which I'll bring the cookies in my room if I choose to, but I don't want to sit on my bed and eat a cookie and then eat another cookie and watch TV, because I have learned that watching TV distracts my hands from being able to take accountability to what's going in my mouth. Now, this bowl of food that I'm eating is let me get my towel because we don't want to spill this on my sheet. I proportioned this into a smaller bowl so I can eat this right here and watch TV, because there is no more after the bowl is finished. But I still didn't finish it. But I'm so thankful that I learned the little bit of things to help myself adjust. Mary, that's what I was talking about right there. I know you hear it. Okay, sick and tired of it. But that's why I don't like when the weather gets bad. It is 12:34 at night, and that amount of noise outside is disgusting, because even though it is Saturday, people still went to work on Friday. They still want to rest, and that right there is going to happen all night long. Mm. But those are the little things that I have done to acquire me to live a little better in my life. So I'm thankful for that. So uh, I'm gonna try to nibble this coffee for the duration of the night, so that whatever it is causing me to feel. Do you hear all of that? Wow. Oh, Lord have mercy. Mm. I just need someone to tell me something. Because I know I'm a little weirdo. Clap, clap. Raise my hand. Weirdo. Okay. Are you able to go outside and just hang out on the corner in your neighborhood? Yeah. At like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning without any wondering, or like, could a stray bullet come out of, is your neighborhood that safe? Because if it is, send me the zip code. You hear that? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now there was at least 3 that went that way. There was at least 3 that went that way. And then there was an abundance of people. So whatever it is that way. I wonder if somebody I know lives over there better be in the house minding their business. Mm. I went in my pantry today because I was moving some stuff from one closet to another because I'm trying to put all my crafting supplies in a closer closet to my bedroom. And then I realized, which I didn't realize before, that I have about 5 containers of coffee. And I'm like, okay, that is a blessing. So if I'm drinking coffee once a week, that allows me to have coffee a little bit longer. Now, I'm not trying to say I want coffee past the expiration date or whatever, but that doesn't matter to me. I'm going to have my coffee as long as I have my coffee. But now I'm saying to myself, they say it's going to be a shortage of coffee, so I'm thankful that I've acquired a schedule that allows me to have an abundance for a little while longer. It's called Loving Up on Yourself. Yeah, so I'm happy about that. So I think I'm going to end up maybe with one more coffee, and I'll see how that goes. I have no Clorox in my house. I stopped buying Clorox. I used the last bit a few weeks ago, but something got wet on my counter and left like a stain. I can't get it off, so I may have to pick up something. I don't know if a bottle of peroxide would do that, so I may have to get up, go into the kitchen, and put some peroxide on the counter to see if I can lift that up. But it looks like the counter is not clean, and I don't like that. But now that I'm saying that, I'm thinking about something that I shouldn't say, but I'm going to say it anyway because someone made me think of it. Wow. Lord have mercy. Oh! Oh! It's right here! Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, wait, let me show y'all real quick. Let me turn my light off. I was wondering. I'm like, what the blood? What is... Oh, my goodness. Wait, let me see if I can get... Wait a minute. Oh, wow. I tell you, you can't do nothing. I can't wait to get from around here. Let's turn around here and let's see what y'all can see. Let's come over here. Now you see, I should have paused my camera. Wait a minute. I don't know what you can see. Let's come down a little bit. Let's come down. My hand is greasy. That's why it's like this. Okay. Let me let you see something. Let me see if you can see all of the lights. Wait, I can't see what you can see, but we're looking for red lights. You know what it is? I'm too high, but if you can see my hand at any point straight. Oh, wow. Oh, the whole block is sold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 police cars. Oh, wow. Ooh, no. Boys and girls, I'm gonna be real nice to y'all tonight. Let me make sure I don't hurt myself. Just in case y'all want to see the news. Okay. Let me see what y'all can see. I still can't see what y'all can see. Okay, y'all can see it. Now, that long line of red. See? Right there. Now let's open up the window a little bit more. Oh, this is what's blowing at night. That is crazy. Oh, and it's raining. Wow, look at that. You see? Look all the way to the corner on 4th Street. Can you see all of that? Oh my. Oh wow. He is upset. I wonder if oh man. Mm. Well, I don't want to bother y'all anymore. That's one of the things I am almost positive people don't mind living away from. I, I don't know what his issue is, but he is pleading with them. But that is terrible when that is the norm for a neighborhood. I kid you not. That's why I don't like when people say uh, that is so sad. My friend Steve lives right there, so I'm hoping that he's okay. But it doesn't look like he's outside. I can see pretty good down the block, but I feel so bad when that type of stuff happens because that is normal over here. But I get so uneasy because I was laying right here in this apartment when I heard the gunshots that killed my brother right there on that street. So when I was dealing with whoever I was dealing with today, yesterday, that was one of the issues that I had to deal with because I will never be able to heal living in this type of environment because this is so uneasy to deal with. But when I heard the cars and I was figuring they were going that way in the silence, I looked out the window because I remember that sometimes they turn off the silent sirens when they're getting too close to their destination so that they don't lose the person that they're going after. So I can't believe, but this right here. This is a regular. This corner right here is the worst corner. If I could have, one of the best items for sale at the very good price, somebody would see my address and not deal with me just because of my address. And it is a really sad shame. I legit had people tell me that the only reason that they would even think of bestowing me the kindness is because they know who I am, as a person. But my address, oh Father in heaven, I I found out that if I end up in a situation by the grace of God due to someone's stupidity, I would have the best blessing with everything just by changing my zip code. So it is life altering for me at some point to figure out. So I'm doing everything I can to make things better for myself, but it is so uneasy to sleep, rest, or anything when this type of stuff. And now that it is spring, it's going to get nicer. People are going to be outside. There is a a congregation of people that are going to be on this street right here. My window won't be open, but I may not be able to watch my TV because there's a apartment, a house right behind my building that has these cookouts, and between the Hispanic people that live right behind me, directly behind me, that played the loud music. I have this person playing, so I won't even be able to watch this TV that I'm in front of. But I that will not bother me as much as hearing the police cars and the sirens and the gunshots, because you go outside in the morning time, you see the candles on the corner, and sometimes they put the picture up, and it could be someone that you just passed yesterday that say good morning to you or something like that. So it is really hard. I went outside a couple of days ago, which is very rare for me to go outside, and I saw one of the people that is in the building on a regular. Now, he doesn't live here, but he frequents the building because of his job, if you understand what I mean. And then I'm looking, and the person is outside at an ungodly hour in the morning. But this is what you're doing to the people in your community, and then you're telling somebody you need help. So I have to, at some point, figure it out. But I was talking to someone, and I realized that one of the things that I have to remember is that I have distanced myself so much to the point where even when I'm recording, you may have noticed that my phone is not ringing and my doorbell is not ringing. And I'm thankful. Now, yesterday I was in here and someone was bah, bah, bah on the door, and I'm like, okay, it's the police. And I waited a few minutes. I said, okay, I'm not answering. And then I realized that there's this weirdo that I don't want at my door. But then I said, okay, maybe it's something. So I went to the door, look out the peephole, and there was this young girl knocking at the door, and then she was across the hall, and I said, it's after hours. What is she knocking on the door for? So I waited till she went down the hall, and I saw I opened the door thinking just in case, and there was a notice for inspection. Monday they're going to be inspecting apartments, and then my phone rang, which was shortly later, to say, they're coming to our house to inspect on Monday. Yeah, I know. And that leads me to what I should not say that I am going to say. But one of the, I have to be very careful because I know somebody's watching my video. Um, One of the employee, we gonna leave that right alone. I done messed up that one. Whew, I done messed up that one. I'm not gonna do that. Absolutely. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But I will say this. How was your day today? Anything happened good today you want to share with me? Yeah, okay. Something good happened to me today. You know what I would like you to do? I try not to use ChatGPT as much. I'm removing myself to the best of my ability from AI. And if you have any issues with AI, thank those people that bought the iPhone first. That's it. I won't say too much more. Anyway, ask AI, if you are a person who uses AI, what is your what is the best way for you to earn employment, or however the case may be. I forgot how I how I forgot the word. That's because I'm not supposed to be speaking about it. But I'm gonna leave it alone. It's time for me to find me something to watch and get my yesterday's laundry in the washing machine. Hmm. But I'm going to tell you something now that I thought about that. I've always wanted a laundromat. I've always wanted a laundromat, and now I'm thinking, um, if something happens that I'm looking forward to happening, if I will be able to get a loan to open a laundromat. I love clean clothes. I love one laundry. Uh, I wouldn't mind working in a laundromat, washing clothes, folding clothes. That would be a very good way to. I wouldn't mind that. But someone said to me I should do an in-house laundry where I wash people's laundry, as a side hustle. I said I would never abuse my landlord's kindness of water like that. Mm-mm, I wouldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Anyway, thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, and all the other stuff. But I would like to ask, in kindness, would you mind telling me like 3 items that you like to buy on a regular basis so that I could possibly, I'm trying to put together a few things in my shopping list that I can put on the table to try to cook. Um, I did get those leafy things that Coral mentioned. I think I need to get some lemon juice, but I don't think I can use lemon juice because of my fibromyalgia. So I may not, but there's something that I wanted to try with lemon juice. I still haven't tried the butternut squash. I have that, but times are hard and food is really expensive. So I'm trying to cook less and save more and structure myself because I was looking towards being debt free in about 5 months. And then something happened yesterday. I had to reconfigure myself, and I realized that that's not going to happen. In order for me to have a chance of having that happen, something beneficial has to happen with me between the 1st and the 15th of next month, and I'm at the grace and the mercy of someone else signing a document. That is it. And oh, I was so upset yesterday. I went downstairs, in the building, and I waited for like maybe an hour for someone to come downstairs, and no one is in the management office, and I'm like, wow, it makes no sense. And in order for me to actually have gotten the help that I need to actually go above someone's head. And I was having a conversation with someone, and she mentioned to me, how upset she was. I didn't like that you went. I had no choice. And when I said, what do you want me to do? But I'm in the mercy of needing a document filled out. And I needed the document filled out yesterday so that I could have it faxed over. I called someone and I said, if I can come to you, could you have this fax? She said, yes. I'll have my secretary fax it for you. And I was going to get up in the vehicle and just zoom over to the next town and get this document faxed. I did everything else I was supposed to do. And I'm talking, I was getting up in here, boys and girls, taking care of what I had to take care of. I am not a procrastinator. Don't, but something is telling me that I may just say, screw everything and just live with it, and that's it. But I need a hammer. I don't have a hammer. I have this greeting card holder, this massive one. I want it out of here, but I don't want to put it on for someone to come to my home because at this point in time, I am so on guard with not trusting after letting someone in my space that I don't want anyone in my home anymore. I'm very, very careful. I really don't want anyone in here. So now I need a hammer so I could just bang it in every corner and demolish it and just throw it in the trash can. It's uh, um, it's a sad disgrace when you meet someone and you extend your home, your life, your presence, your energy, and then the person turns out to be Satan's delivery man or woman. So I don't want anyone in my home. A couple nights ago, I had someone who wanted to come visit me. I wanted the person to come visit me, but I made it clear I don't want anyone here after 7 at night. So if you can't come during the day, and I know the person can't come during the day, and I felt bad. Now, when I say I know, you know, the person's a caregiver, so sometimes you have to. But my friend that called me 2 days ago, we were laughing. He was like, "You don't want nobody in your house after 7 at night." He said, "Girl, I hear that," but he lives by himself, and he is a grinder for loving his space. He said, "I have," and I'm like, so we laugh and stuff like that, but it is really. it's funny to hear somebody say you don't want anyone in your house after 7 o'clock at night. That's when you really know that you love your home, your space, you protecting yourself. It has nothing to do with a lot of things people would think of. But at 7 o'clock at night, that's still time for people to be up having a good time. That's right. Alone. Peace and tranquility look real good over here, baby. Absolutely. Woohoo! Mm. But I really and truly am thankful. I'm thankful in a lot of ways because sometimes people help you when they don't realize that they're helping you. But I cannot wait till I get whatever it is that I'm supposed to get so I can share it with you. I know you're going to be happy for me. And I'm only going to say what I hope you really and truly understand. If anyone violates you in any way, shape, or form, keep yourself together, but make sure you pay the piper. Please take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And don't cry about stuff that you can't control. I had someone remind me, and Coral, thank you so much because Coral loves me. It's a blessing the way she loves me. And she just reminds me sometimes I cannot control everything, and I can't. And the beautiful thing is, even if she's busy, she's tired, if I just say, can you call me for 5 minutes? She'll call me for 5 minutes. Mary reminded me today how I love the truth. And she said something to me yesterday, and someone normally wouldn't say that to someone because they would be guarded on the delivery. But she understands that I respect her honesty, but her delivery is always on point because she's never in judgment. But she made a statement to me that my professional provider would have said to me. So I love stuff like that. And I had to take a step in my own personal life, and I was in fear of something that I have really and truly wanted for so long that I have to sit down and say, I've asked for this, I've prayed for this, and now it has come to me. And then I had to realize that Mary is in my life for a reason, and I have to face the mirror from her to me and realize that these things are happening for a reason. So I want you to realize sometimes you have to say, even if it's not a good process, even if it's not a good whatever, it had to happen for something else to happen for you. So something is going to happen to someone else. And I didn't really want to partake in it. But then I had to stop and say, you know what? Life is life. And then I went to the computer, the TV, whatever the case may be, and something was on the screen or whatever. It said, you may not like how it happened, but look at what it got you. It had to happen. So now I'm sitting here like, okay. And that's it. So that's what helps you sleep at night, when you realize that some things you cannot control, but what you can control. But I kid you not, this YouTube channel is going to give me, boom, a whole lot without giving me $1. One of the things that I love about me is that I don't chase money. I don't chase money. What the hell? Go home. And someone else mentioned to me recently that they didn't want to do something that they were doing, some type of side hustle or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's not for you. Sometimes it's not for you. I had to realize that I don't want to do certain things anymore unless I can earn from it, because it may not be a side hustle for me. It may be how I want to bring some money and put it on the table, but I had to realize that when I love something from the core of my fiber because it makes me feel good. So I had to ask ChatGPT a question. And when it answered, I was completely shocked. But then when I stopped, looked, and listened, it was absolutely the truth. You cannot deny the truth even when you're faced with it from a machine. So I understand the dynamics of the fact that anything in the crafting world for me will always be exactly what it was meant to be, and it is my extension of love from me to myself. From me to myself. Absolutely. I said it twice. Ah! So I'm absolutely thankful for that. Beverly, I'm not sure what's going on, but I hope and pray everything's good because I'm not getting a good feeling on this side of the world. Okay, I just want to let you know that. So be mindful. So do that. Mm. Did anybody hear anything about the post office? I don't know what's going on, but it is absolutely uh, unfortunate that the post office is going through whatever it's going through. But I kid you not, I have already stopped ordering. I haven't ordered it to my home in a while. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to have my packages sent to. I am going to. I'm waiting for my building management to change over. I had a conversation with someone in the building management that is currently on staff now that will not be on staff next month, and I was asked to have a conversation with someone who is coming on effective April 1st because there are some things that need to be done. And I agreed. I agreed. And the reason why I agreed is because I was I was told a while ago from someone that I had no knowledge of until they knocked on my door to explain to me that how I keep my apartment and everything, and I'm a desirable tenant and everything, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for that because that is what I need to move me to my next location at any point in time. So, and then I had a conversation with someone which was very nice. I was completely shocked. I was like, "Wow, are you serious?" You never know what position in life you need someone, so you be always be on point. But I was asked to have a conversation with someone. They're going to call me, give me a phone number, and but they want me to have the conversation after the first of next month because I have been a desirable tenant in the building. So I am looking forward to not having the conversation, although I did agree, but I'm blessed to know that I am sought after in this manner because it shows that I have done, at least something right. And that's why I'm glad. But I have to stay in that lane because I never know who I need. You don't know who you need. But the good thing is I have I've had a conversation with someone who lives here who uh, who called me to ask me if I knew of something that was going on. I said yes, and I said, but what? And first thing, just mind your business and don't say anything. So I said that's my full intention anyway. But I haven't mentioned to the person that I was asked to have a conversation. But I do know that when 9 times out of 10 Monday when it comes to the inspection, I have a feeling that my unit will be inspected, and I have a feeling of two other units that will be inspected. But due to some other uh, dealings, they are having issues with unkept apartments because of stuff that is causing as far as the insurance for the building. And uh, I was speaking to someone, and they said that the one thing that they respect about me is that I respect the property owner even though I don't know them. And that is absolutely priceless, especially being a tenant in a low income property. You very rarely have someone actually show proof of respecting the property owner without even knowing who they are. That's why I always say you don't need to know who a person is. All you need to do is be grateful for what you have. That's why I wash the walls when I feel like washing the walls, and why if I see litter in the in the elevator, I'll pick it up. I'm walking down the stairs, I'll pick up trash, and stuff like that, because I care about my environment. When I went around Third Avenue one summer, I saw this lady, cleaning on her curb, and this was an everyday process with her. But I saw the demographic of where her background came from. But then one day I saw this guy that's always out there, part of the problem, and he had a broom and a dustpan. And I'm looking, he said, "Good morning." I said, "Thank you very much." And he said, "What is it?" I said, "For what you're doing." I said, "Because you know." He said, "I understand." He said, "I just can't take it anymore." But I recently found out that they no longer live there. They actually live in a better environment, although it's not the best, but it's the better. And I'm so thankful, because when I saw him with the broom, I said, "Wow." But I am so excited. Oh, I'm so excited for some new changes in my life, boys and girls, and y'all gonna be so happy for me. Woo! I know somebody gonna be like ringing that bell. Yes, they're gonna be like, "Oh, she deserve it." That's right, honey. You have to stay faithful and loyal. But staying faithful and loyal means staying faithful and loyal to yourself. That's it. That's it. I was speaking to a very young person, and I was so proud of this young person. She was in a struggle, and I had helped her out, telling her to go here and get, also a young man in this building too. Young man in this building too. I haven't seen him in a while, but I see that now he has a job. He's not a part of the problem anymore, because I had to pull his curtail, and I said, "You know what? You can't do that here. You live here." And he would say, "I know, no, And I said to him, "I'm not that neighbor that would normally pull somebody in and start talking to them, because I have no rights to do that." I said, "But I see something in you." And I said, you're not going to do this, not here. You live here. So now I got a job. I'm like, "What?" And I could go into his place of employment and bestow some kindness, but I'm not that type of person. But I am extremely proud to see that he's not part of the problem, because you can't live in an environment and expect to say, "I need help," and then you become part of the problem. You can't do that. I don't think you can do that. But I was so proud. And the young lady, I told her, so I helped her out, told her where to go, whatever. So I told her, whatever you do not allow a man to come into your life and you move him in your apartment. And she said, "I won't." I said, "I am going to tell you, if you think getting connected with a man and moving him in your house is going to help you, it is not." I said, "Do not do it." And she said, "I promise." I said, "Remember your struggle, honey. Remember." Now, I'm not saying don't move a man in your house, because if you want a man, you move a man, whatever the case may be. But please make sure the foundation is solid, and the morals are there, and the come up is together, and the security is together. Because I have seen some magical stuff happen to some people where I'm proud of them, very proud of them. But boys and girls, I kid you not, life is amazing if you just sit back and accept the process. Good, bad, or indifferent, just accept the process. I am so thankful, but I cannot wait to see if something happens. And I'm going to tell you something. I have been speaking in existence some things, but you can't share what has not happened yet in the midst of unloyal company. please remember, not everybody who's watching is for you. So please be careful of that. Be careful of that. I have recently learned that a lot of senior citizens are going to be hurt financially because they are enabling younger generations to take what the government is providing for the senior. And I had about three conversations, and I had to nip one in the bud immediately. Why? Because that person was part of the problem. And I said, I don't owe them anything. So I just nipped. I said, well, what they're concerned about is what your household is doing. You are the the demographic of what they mean. So I removed myself. But now I have come to realize that I am in position where I could help someone who could use a little helping hand. But then I said to myself, I can't, because at some point in time, everybody knows a little bit of which direction to go. So when I say I will not mind my business if I hear my neighbor being beaten, there are some things you will mind your business. Now, on this floor here, I will not be minding my business because I have a neighbor that I truly care about, and I am going to lean in. And when I see said person, I'm going to let him know, you need to knock on my door. I need 10 minutes of your time, because this person will never, ever, ever fall in my presence without me being able. No, I wouldn't do that, because I know that they were willing to leave the building at one time because of some things, and I had to get them to stay in the building for them. We have to stop and learn that we cannot take care of other people unless we take care of ourselves. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, and all of this is relying on me, I'm not taking care of me, but this and this is going on. So no, I will be. And I said it yesterday, if I had saw somebody, but this person's entire when they see, and I'm really respected in this person's, so I would never know. No, I would never do that. I wouldn't feel comfortable. So I'm gonna have to let her know. Ring my bell. Let's step in for a minute. And one of the things that this person had did one time was had someone in their home, and then I found out that there was doing something. So I said, you need to clean up anything that's going on in your home that is not allowed. And but I don't need to know anything. If there's anything in your home that is not allowed, you need to clean it up. You need to clean it up now. But the person cleaned it up right on time, right on time. So it was a blessing. So I know the children, I know the grandchildren, my daughter know the children. So it is a long time thing for me, being in the building. So, but there's another neighbor on this floor. Me and her were good. I mean, good, so good. She would come here and she would, bestow me kindness. I would do the same for her. A family member came from Jamaica, and the lady we love upon each other and everything. But something happened. I don't know what it is, but the person makes me feel as if maybe their mate was said hello to me one time too many, or maybe smiled or something. But it is definitely a 360. And I understand, I can read the room, baby. I am a Libra. I can feel everybody's energy. So I step back, and when I try not to get in the elevator when the person's in the elevator, I do it all, and I'm talking about in respect, okay? But just about 2 days ago, I got in the elevator. He got in the elevator. He was very chatty up, just a normal neighbor, nothing wrong. But I'm like, wow. And I listened when everything, and all I said was, have a good evening or whatever. And I got up the elevator, but I feel bad because you could be really good friends with somebody, but when a man come in the mix, you might smile one time too many, and I'm like, wow, are you really? But I'm like, oh, I'm not having that. I'm not playing the sandbox with nothing like that. But I said, I have to say something because it just crossed my mind. Y'all already know how I get down. Some of these men have that golden stick, and we get possessive and we get like digmatized. But I don't want anything in my building. Absolutely, you have to come up real good after what I've been through, the trauma I've been through. I'm not looking for nothing you have in your pocket. You have to secure my fall. That's it. Which means if I can't get life insurance and in equity, I don't want a damn thing. Your goodie stick could be powerful. I don't want your goodie stick. I don't want nothing you have unless you can cushion my fall. That's it. Mm-mm. It's too many women uh, filing for divorce. This man said today he's waiting for his child to graduate high school, and he is the best thing he's going to do is file for divorce. That is horrible, horrible to be in a house with somebody and you know what your plan is and they don't. There was this woman today that made a post on a forum that her husband is a pastor and said all these things that he does at home and she did it anonymously. I don't know who she is, but you know damn well I commented on that post. Yes, I did, and I mentioned that whoever I was talking about was a pastor. But posting anonymously like that is not going to help you. But for me, I said to myself a few weeks ago, I said I had an all-out massive breakdown, and I'm thankful I had my breakdown because my breakdown got me to the point where now I am going to reap the rewards of a whole lot that people didn't realize they did to me. But the blessing in that instance of my life, I learned so much. You have to remember in life, you need to learn. I learned so much, and I am thankful. I am thankful, boys and girls. Sometimes it is not the delivery, honey, it is the outcome. Oh, boys and girls, y'all have to get your stuff together. I'm sitting in here. I said to myself, honey, I have been struggling for a long time, but I have been planting some seeds up in here, honey. My seeds start growing, but I have learned a valuable lesson. I don't want nobody around me while I'm trying to get my plants together. I mm, absolutely wanted to call someone that I truly love, but I don't want to share none of my business. I said nope. And I don't mind talking on YouTube because YouTube is going to help me. And there are some people on YouTube that will never, ever wonder where they're going to get a meal from if I make it. But I'm planting seeds, baby. I'm planting seeds. It's one person on Facebook. I keep saying I have to send her my video so she can get back on the grind because I don't see her commenting. And if I don't see her commenting, I don't think she's planting any seeds. And if you're not planting any seeds, you will not be getting a tomato, a cucumber, nothing. Nothing. I have learned, I have watched, and it's in the background somewhere in the office. It says to say don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that other stuff. And I try not to say it, but now it has become a habit, so it's in me to say it. But comments matter, and if you are helping someone build, you will understand that comments matter. So this morning I realized that some type of structure I had to do in the background because of somebody being an asshole. I had to do on my thing, so I didn't see that I had 2 comments until I went somewhere, and then I saw I had 2 comments. I'm like, okay, because it's on hold. So when I saw it, I saw Coral commented with kindness and love, and then I saw Beverly commented with kindness and love. So I said, thank you so much. But now there is this man that I'm looking for. He commented a few days ago. Then I went to his videos and was listening to some of his music and everything. But I have to really look again at something in the background because I want to make sure that I'm seeing something. But I went into my analytics today, and my following for men has gone up 10%. So I need to know, what is it that I'm bringing to the table where my male following is growing? Can somebody just tell me what that is? Because I have nothing for sale on this channel. Now, I do know that sometimes eye candy can do something for someone, but I don't believe there's any eye candy on this channel. So I have noticed an increase in male. So can someone tell me what I'm doing? If it's the fried chicken, if it's just tell me or lean in my ear. Now you don't have to worry about someone else seeing the comment. And if it gets flagged, I have to approve it first. So I'm asking. I'm not asking for disrespect. I'm not asking for sexual harassment. I'm not asking for any of that. I'm asking for what is it that I'm bringing to the table. I may want to bring more of it to the table. Now, someone did tell me to make to eat more, sample the food more. Now I don't know what the gist of that is, but if I see like a female and she's eating certain food, I can't watch the video. So I don't know what it is, but I was told, and I was told by a female, that when I'm cooking, it would be nice if I would eat more of the food. So I need to know if that helps in any way. Just give me a little understanding so I can help myself, help you. But if I'm watching a video and someone's cooking and I see a female start eating, I can't watch the video anymore. It just, so when someone said to me, she was like, you need to eat more when you cook. And I'm like, so please enlighten me because I have no eye candy here. I don't know what's on the plate for sale, but I don't have anything for sale. And the greeting cards, you see my link above already. The bracelets, you already see that. So I don't know what else. But thank you so much. This video has gone on way longer. This is why I like having y'all as friends.